Whew. Wow, guys, just wow. This is the best day in Chicagoland by far. 75, sunny. For the past 4 hours, I've just been enjoying the outdoors. I was on the phone with my brother. We had a great conversation. Something very aligned kind of happened in his life recently where, hard thing, good thing, right? And he was talking to me while I was out here with my camera holding it, FaceTiming him. And I ran to the park barefoot about a mile away. And the flowers were blooming. It was beautiful. The grass had this beautiful glow. You can't really see it in this camera. I could see it. Grass had this beautiful glow. I was barefoot, just breathing in, right? On like a 2-month semen retention streak. Energy is high. And he just told me, he's like, out of the matrix, bro. And that hits. Out of the matrix, right? The crazy thing is the matrix is just as much in here as it is out there. Right? It's just as much both. The matrix is not just the upper levels controlling society. The matrix is intertwined within us, right? By being human, we are born into this matrix, right? It's part of being human. It's part of our separation at birth, right? Separation from God. And so what I'm feeling right now is not a constant state, right? It's like this. Sometimes I feel like up here where my spirit is fulfilled. Other times I feel drowned. Right now, I'm up here to where my spirit can express itself, and I want to communicate that to you guys, okay? The world we live in nowadays, right? It's so difficult to be fulfilled, to be free. It's getting more difficult and more difficult the more days go on, the more years goes on, the more control there is, the more we're controlled through our phones and devices and comparison and all of it, right? But at the same time, because there's things like this channel, because there's things that I've used in the past to get the gnosis of where I am today, you can really, really escape it, right? In the past, you think of like these Taoist traditions and these Eastern traditions and religions. They had their groups to where they would achieve their fulfillment through practice, right? And that's great. You look at those and you're like, wow, that's awesome. But the thing is now is we're able to take the things that work from those and then the things that work from Christianity, right? And the things that work from Jesus' teachings, and the things that work from biohacking and science, right? And the things that work in the gym that allow you to have a great physique and martial arts, right? And mindset and spirit and all the things that me, my brother, and other people talk about. We're on the same path. We could take it all and collectively use it to create this life force inside of us and this human being, right? That was in the past unattainable. So although yes, it's so much easier to fall into the instant gratification, fall into despair, and fall into the matrix, it has also never been more possible to rise above, right? I'm 22 years old, guys, right? I'm 22 years old. I've been able to gain wisdom that would have been unattainable to me 30 years ago, even 20 years ago, right? And I did it fast. I did it within 4 years because I knew that I had to look in here. I had to keep going. If there's anything that was holding me back as an individual, becoming my highest self, what was it? Let me attack it. What was it? Let me attack it. Boom. Right? I cannot, and now, especially with a high standard I have, I cannot be in a state where there is something limiting me from expressing my highest self and just be okay with it. Whatever that is my first priority. My first priority. And finances are a part of that, brother. Right? You know, the idea of, just renounce all money, it doesn't work in our day and age, right? I want to be able to buy the things I want to live in an abundant state, live in a non-stress state. I want to be able to have a family one day, right? I want to be able to buy the best foods, the best supplements, right? I want to be able to get all of that. I want to be able to compete in a bodybuilding competition without worrying about having to spend $700, right? These things are all great for my soul, right? And so, and even coaching, my coaches, I want to be able to invest in the best coaches. I want to be able to invest in my whole life, right? I always want to have coaches, right? If you're in Chicagoland, you know this weather is phenomenal. If you've had this weather for a while, great. But whatever it is, guys, this right here, what I'm doing right now, is literally charging me. My body, from the feet down, let me back up so you can see my whole body. From the feet down and up, right, is charging. Charge in through the nose, charge, feet on the grass, bringing that energy up within me, charge, right? And that's all external things I'm getting from the environment. The real charge is this spark that we're given at birth that creates our consciousness. And guys, the thing about spirituality and just, you know, this whole path of attaining your higher self in here, it's seen as feminine sometimes, and the feminine energy is beautiful and it's part of it. Feminine energy tends to be more spiritual and yogic, but you don't have to be a skinny yogi to do this. Look at my physique. Look at my physique, right? You can maximize all areas, and the masculine energy is also a very spiritual energy. One of the most spiritual experiences of my life was my martial arts fights, right? There's something spiritual about that, about pushing your flesh to the end. There's the silence and pushing back where you're in complete silence, right? And there's also the spiritual aspect of pushing your flesh to its absolute limit to where it has to come out, right? Climbing Mount Everest, doing marathons. That's why people love that shit. Fights, right? But then there's the yoga, the deep breaths, relaxation, right? Tantric sex with a partner. All of those things. Qigong. And so guys, if you want to feel this, how I'm feeling now, it took me a while to get here and I've had ups and downs along the way. All you have to do is keep walking, keep going, never cope. Never look at something internally that's uncomfortable and push it down. That uncomfortable feeling is your soul trying to tell you something that's wrong. Figure out what it is, right? If it's insecurity in yourself sexually, it's insecurity with a past partner, if it's insecurity in your physique, right, in your soul, in your mindset, in your financial situation, figure out what it is, then figure out the steps to conquer it. Because the steps are out there. The steps are out there, guys. And if you want a brother like me, like my brother, alongside you, I would love for you guys to be part of this with me. I love, like my best friends are my clients now. Right? Those are my best friends. And I have a couple buddies who are like always gonna be my best friends. But my clients on the same path as me, right? Being on this path together means the most. And I know for a lot of guys, they don't have that. They don't have that, right? And that's hard. For me, I was lucky. From the start, I had my brother, right? My brother, he was doing the method before I was even doing the method. And I had so many questions for him. And I wanted to tell him all the experiences of how being on SR, I realized, wow, I have so much energy and I can't believe no one told me this before. This is crazy, right? What happens when I feel like I need to release all the time though, right? All these questions, which this is also why we have the YouTube channel, guys. You don't even have to sign up for coaching, but utilize this YouTube channel. Follow my Instagram. Ask me questions on there, right? Whenever I post polls, ask me questions. Tell your success stories in the comments, right? We're creating a community here, guys. And I'm sure me and Mike will eventually have a lower ticket community for a bunch of people to join because as you guys know, this is different. This method is different. It creates different results. It looks at different aspects of life. And it's what the male consciousness needs in 2026, right? And whatever you do with it, whatever you do with the full confidence, consciousness, and spiritual fulfillment is up to you, right? If you want to go have casual sex and you know, go out and hook up with all the beautiful women, that's fine. Go do that. If you want to go to monk mode, do that. If you want to start coaching, do that. If you want to just have a family, you know, work a normal 9 to 5, do that. But whatever you do, you should do it with your fullest self, right? Outside circumstances are going to happen, but in here, brother, you control that. You control it, right? You're accountable. Move, brother. I'm actually not on psychedelic compounds right now, but my body and my soul feels like it is with like a clear conscience. Not that they don't give you a clear conscience, but like I'm sober and I feel this way. And I'm 6% body fat, guys. I'm 6% body fat. My coach, he asked me, he's like, bro, how the hell do you have energy? It's not normal to be this lean and have so much energy, right? The reason is I don't just get my energy from food. Food gives me glycogen, gives me fuel for my muscles, but this, my internal energy, my chi, I get from the sun, the air, the ground, my own internal source, my own internal production that I'm not shooting out on a constant basis and chasing my purpose. That's where I get my energy from. And the funny thing is, brother, when you're more charged, you have less desire for those worldly things. When you're more internally fulfilled in here, you just want to spread it, right? You don't need things from outside of you. You want to give to the outside world, right? For example, woman was something I struggled for when I started the method, guys, right? And even over the years, even a couple years after the method, I kept seeking that validation. I kept seeking it, wanted it, and didn't get it in the numbers I wanted to, right? And now that I'm so internally fulfilled that I don't even desire it, at my new workplace, it's so effortless. It's so effortless. And women, they enjoy, and I'm saying this humbly, educationally, guys, they enjoy being around me because I'm not lustful. When I talk to them, I'm not coming from a place of, I need your material body. I want to do things with your physical body, right? I'm not coming from that energy, and they can sense it, guys. They can smell it, right? Us men, we don't experience what they experience. We don't experience the lustful energy the same. If a girl is lusting over us, we're like, great, that feels good, right? We like that they want us, because a lot of times their lust is more about our personality, who we are as an individual, versus just our physical bodies. But when we are lusting over their physical flesh, they feel that energy, and that energy is gross, guys. It's gross, right? I had an experience where I felt it from another man, right? Because he had that more of that physical lust, because men were much more physical creatures, and it was disgusting. And I realized after that interaction, I was like, this is what women feel like. It's what women feel like. And because I don't have that, guys, women feel safe around me. They enjoy my energy, right? I'm also confident. I'm not weird. I've built a good body and a good attraction for myself. And the thing is, I don't need their validation anymore. And so, yes, I enjoy it. I love the feminine energy. I'm not at all like thinking, how can I fuck these women? At all. It's not even a question in my mind, right? And because of it, abundance comes. I'm not here to tell you what to do with this energy, but I am here to tell you to build it up. Build the energy, guys. I could be less body fat than this and be fine. I love you guys. Just wanted to transmute some energy to you guys, show you what's possible, right? Tell you to, like, in order to really break free from this matrix, you have to be on the method. You have to be you have to have all 4 pillars, because if I was insecure in any of these areas, my identity would still hold me down, right? You have to. The method was created about 4 years ago, and we were like, wow, this is great. But we didn't have as much conviction. We didn't know, because we hadn't tried it on other people, and we hadn't tested it ourselves for long enough. And as we go, and as we have been refining it over the years, and not much has really changed. We've added some things like, the social exposure video yesterday, but it's still its same root, right? Which is that mentally, physically, sexually, spiritually, you need those aligned. And then life is creative mode, brothers. Life is creative mode. Let's have one. Follow the journey. Love you guys so much. Of course, bookings are open for one-on-one calls. We'll talk about where you're at right now, where you're trying to go, what's holding you back. If you're a great fit, and if you can afford it, we'll get on this journey together. Much love. Peace. Mwah.